Hello, hello, good afternoon. Hello, everybody. It's Susie. Who's Susie? Hello. We're gonna go ahead and start in just a few moments. Thank you for watching. Um, we'll go ahead and get started in just a moment. So let's just hang out, get your water, get a pen and paper, get something to write with. Get whatever it is that you need to get to join us. Get yourself centered, take some deep breaths. I know I definitely need some deep breaths right now. 1, 2, 3. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my God, Jen, I love your earrings.
Aw, thanks. I was breathing with you.
Oh,
Feels good.
yeah, definitely need that recenter, recenterness. I don't know if that's even a word. Recenterness.
I don't know either, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's get started. Hioho, Mitakiape, Eva Cordovi, Machiape, Malakota, and Taos Pueblo. My Tama is Joseph Conquilla Cordova. My Ina or my Ka is Patricia Crow Cordova. I'm sixth generation from Chief Red Cloud, and that's who makes me who I am. I'm Avro Cordova. I'm Taos Pueblo in Oglala, Lakota. I'm the owner operator of AC and Associates. I'm a mother, grandmother, Unci. We call it Unci in our language, or Ahlu. Um, I'm a community member. Right now, I'm like just excited to be here. So thank you all for being here. I don't know if this is your first time watching. Let us know in the chat. Give us a F for first. Put a F in the chat if this is your first time. If you've watched us before, thank you for being here. This is Sissy's, Unchi's, and Aunties, and we meet once a month. And today, if you're watching, you've caught us. So thanks. And let's just recognize some people that are watching. Melinda Howe, boo, boo, boo. Always very, what would you say? Um,
Creative, first of all, and
yes,
talented.
yes.
The most amazing maker of Indian bling.
Yes, that is definitely true. But I was gonna I was gonna say something like consistent, like she always shows up when I'm on. So I appreciate you, Melinda. At least we have one watcher. So thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over to my beautiful, amazing, strong, independent individual that's next to me. And I do this because I for me, you're right here, but when you watch it, it's the opposite. So I'm gonna just go like this.
Let's
Yeah.
touch fingers like
Oh
E,
yeah.
even
Yeah,
though
but
you've never seen that movie.
I know, right?
Go home. Okay.
Wait, this is Jennifer.
Aloha. Aniap Chikik, Jennifer Varenchek, Aniap Tohono Atam. Good morning. It's good Xiatic. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer Varenchek. I'm from the Tohono Atam Nation, which is in Arizona. And I'm currently live streaming from the illegally occupied Kingdom of Hawaii. And I'm on the island of Oahu. So, hello everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I had another Zoom check in just like moments before this one. So I was like running around and I was like, I got to get done by 10 o'clock so I could come in here. And I made it. So I'm really happy to be here.
Yay! I was sort of worried because it was like
No, I'm sorry.
1 o'clock and I'm running around trying to find, everything and get stuff situated and find the best. I didn't even have my earrings on. I feel so like naked without them. But I love your earrings. They're beautiful.
Thank you. These are oldies but goodies. The thing is that with this camera, for some reason, like you can't see, but they coordinate with my Pride top,
Oh, uh-huh.
but
Oh yeah.
but that's not how the top goes. The rainbow goes a little bit lower, so you can't see it. So I had like an outfit plan for y'all, but you don't get to see it. There's like the rainbow and the. Anyways, okay. Well, at least you get to see the earrings.
Yeah. So we're here today, and this is something that we do monthly. It's called Sissy's, Uncis, and Aunties, and it was developed by some individuals in the community. It was developed by me and Justine Medina and Jennifer Varenchek. So basically, having a time and a space to chat, to talk about things, to really be honest with ourselves and with others. Talking about things that might bother us, just having a time for aunties to come together, to laugh, to sing, and it's not only for women. So the title may say sissies, unchis, and aunties, but we invite uncles to come. We invite grandpas to come. We invite cousins, brother cousins to come. Invite your friends and family. So hit that share button, hit that like button. Um, Interact with us in the comments. If you have any questions that you have for us, put them in the chat and we will definitely, answer them. This is a place that is scary but true. So thanks for being here. I'm going to go ahead and usually, as I like to open up things and do things um, in a good way, like to open up with prayer. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Jen if she'd like to pray. And then we'll get started from there.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm going to light some sage, but that means I need to lean over here. I probably actually need to get up, but let me try and get it without. I changed my recent setup of my room around. This is like my office or guest room, which got very high reviews from our latest visitor. But anyways, I changed my zooming station around, so I need to make sure next time to have my stage closer and my lighter closer. Okay, here we go. So I am burning some sage. And I put some in your direction. Skixiotic creator, thank you so much for allowing us to have this time together to spend it virtually. April and I and all the people that are tuning in, we are so grateful and so thankful. And we would like to give thanks and praise for all of the wonderful blessings that you've given to us, all of the people that are tuning in. I ask that you help us to continue to be our best selves, to release those things that no longer serve us, and to help us continue to share our talents, our skills, our love with each other, to support each other, and to help us to heal our communities, especially those that are down right now, those that are sick, those that are feeling isolated or going through any issues, whether it be physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. I ask that you be with them and help give them a healing hand, a healing that will help them to come back even stronger than before. Thank you so much for everything that you've blessed us with. Aho, Matakuse. Amen.
Amen. Yay. Thank you so much. I totally needed that. And that's something that I need to encourage everybody to do, to pray on a regular basis, whether it's just in your mind or when you're going through something. I notice that when things happen in life, we forget to do different things, like breathe, or pray, or sometimes we could just be in our own madness, and just be running all crazy. But we need to take it a little bit back to basics and breathe and pray. So if that's not something that you do on a regular basis, try it out and let us know next month how it goes. Okay, so Jen, do you want to, how do you want to do this? Do you want to talk a little bit about, go ahead.
I was going to say we could just start with good news, new news.
Oh, awesome.
Because I haven't had like a good check-in with you for a week, which is a long time for us.
Yeah.
So I'll start. April and I do this thing. It's called Good News, New News. And we've been doing it for a while. Basically, whenever we're in a workshop or in a situation where there's a group that's coming together that usually sees each other, or even maybe not, maybe it's the first time, you share a piece of good news and you share a piece of new news. And it could be anything in your life. Like the good news could be you had a good night's sleep. That's not mine, but it could be anything. So for me, the good news is I'm going to be on a panel next week on Wednesday in Canada, virtually. And I'm so excited about it. So I'll send you like the little thing and you can put it up later in the the Indigenous Film Summit. And then, so that's the good news. And the new news is my grandson and family went home. They were here for a week. So Glenn and I are walking around and we're sad because we miss him. We miss them all, the whole family, but especially our grandson. And we are touched because he is missing us too. And he's been crying, missing grandma and grandpa. So he can't wait to come back to Hawaii. So I'm really excited about that. So that's the new news. So thank you for listening, and I pass it to you, April.
Thank you. I love to hear that you got a chance to spend time with your grandson, because how long has it been since you've seen him, or since you've seen the whole family?
Yeah, it was since the beginning of the pandemic. So a year and 3 or 4 months. So it was like very emotional
Reunion.
Reunion. More so on my end because he was really young, and so he didn't really he knows who we are, but he doesn't when the week they were here for over a week, but when it started, when they first landed, he knows who we are, but he wasn't completely sure,
Mm-hmm.
But by the end of the week, he was grandpa. He definitely knew who we were, and it was a difficult goodbye. So yeah, it he's at that age now where he's starting to create memories. He's starting to really remember things, and that's what's so amazing is I get to be there for it.
That's awesome. I know we always think, well, no, let me just go back a little bit. So I'm super glad that you guys got to make so many memories in Hawaii. Oh my God. What lovely view. What way to be able to have a great family vacation and a reunion. Um, when I see my grandkids on a regular, um, let me just share my new news, good news, and then we'll go into it. So, new news, I'm back in Tongva territory. So, I'm zooming in from, or I'm here, Tongva territory, which is in Los Angeles. So, I'm back home in my own home. And I was in Las Vegas for 6 months. So, if you're watching this and you're wondering if I moved to Vegas, no, I have not moved to Vegas, but I'm between cities. So, if my babies need me, if my daughter needs me, then I will make my way out there. And to be honest with you, it's not that far. It's like 3.5 hours. And I can do work from over there as well. So it's really good for me. But when I was over there for 6 months, being with somebody for 6 months, and then having to leave, what we did was um, before, when I used to go over there, I would just sneak out, like when the kids were like taking a bath or something, and they would cry. They would cry and cry and cry. But now what we've done so far is every day when I'm getting ready to leave, we're like, Grandma has to go home in a week, Grandma has to go home in a day. So we like count down. So that way, the day of, like I was there for 6 months, and you know, my kids or my grandkids, my takojas were I slept with them. I put them to bed. I woke up with them. So telling them every single day that I was going to leave was a big thing. So the day of, because we had prepared them, they were like, okay, bye. And it wasn't even a problem. And then I know video chat is a lot different than in person because you know, it just is. Um, but they were definitely prepared. So I think being prepared and having them understand that I'm not going to go away forever, but I'm going to go away, then is is good for us. That's new news. So I'm back. New that was new news. Good news is it's been hot, dude. Like super hot. I don't know if it's hot in Hawaii, but here in LA and in Las Vegas, it's been hot. If it's hot where you're at, put some fire in the chat. Let's see if it's hot in your area. Um, but man, it's been like super hot. So, one of the things that I started doing was I wanted to start working on me and myself and my health and movement. So I went on our local city website and was checking to see if the pools were back open. And I was able to find out that our local pool offers lap swimming for 45 minutes, but you have to make reservations. So I made reservations, and even though it's been hot, I was able to get some movement in the pool for 45 minutes, and it was just so amazing. So the good news is I'm working on myself. I am working at swimming laps at the local pool, and I'm feeling good. So that's my new news, good news. Thank you people for watching. Just shout out Darlene. Thank you for watching. Um, and Melinda Hale is saying that it's hot in her area.
Mm.
I also know that like for my daughter she lives, like I said, in Snow Mountain land, Snow Mountain Paiute land, which is also Las Vegas. But there it was like 115 the other day. So it's just hot everywhere.
Yeah, it's hot here, but it's not as hot as it is over there. It was a little, well, when you get in your car and it gives you the temperature, I said 105, but then it went down to like 87. So I don't know if that was like just the temperature because the car was out in the sun, but I mean, it has been hot. And we went to a movie theater the other day. We
Mm.
live on the like non-populated side of the town. And so there weren't, we can check, on our phone, and there weren't a lot of people that had bought tickets. So there was only like 7 or 8 of us in the movie theater. So we felt safe about it and we kept our masks on. But anyways, the point is that we went to the movie theater and it was so cold. And I grabbed a sweater on the way to the car, just like, oh, I should just bring it. Because it's been like the last movie that we saw was The Invisible Woman, I think, or The Invisible Man. I forget, but someone was invisible. So that was, a long time ago. Elizabeth Moss was in it. Anyways, that was the last movie that we saw in a theater. So we completely like forgot, like, what do we do? What's our routine? Do we get popcorn? Do we not? And once that movie got started, and the AC was on, I was like shivering and I had to put my sweatshirt on. And then Glenn had a sweatshirt in the trunk, thank goodness. And he brought it because he was like shivering, so cold. So note to self, if it ever gets really hot, I can go to the movie theater, but be prepared. We're going to bring a blanket next time.
And some places let you bring blankets too. Does yours?
Yeah, no, it does. That's where we got the idea. When we first moved here and we went to this movie theater, when it was open pre-pandemic, we did see 2 different people walking out with like blankets and whatnot. And I was like, really? Do you really need to have that? But now I understand, because like when it gets just like even in the 70s, I'm like, oh, it's cold. And
Mm,
so getting used to tropical heat, yeah,
mm.
it's very interesting how our bodies like acclimate.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. What movie did you see?
The hitman's bodyguard's wife or something
Oh,
like that. I know there's a hitman and a wife in there.
mm,
So it was interesting. It was, Glenn says on a purely entertainment value, he said he gave it a 9. So that's his opinion, which
mm.
yeah, it was entertaining. I did laugh
Oh, that's good.
many times. Yeah, I laughed.
That's good. Well, that brings us right into a question that we wanted to pose to people that are watching and each other. So, what have you done since the world opened back up? So, Jen, you say that you um, went to the movies, right? And what else have you? Let's ask the audience. What have you done in the comments? Let us know. Where have you been? If you've been to the mall, if you've been, what have you done? We'd like to know. Um, so Jen, you've been to the mall. Where else have you been?
Um, you know what? I'm having an easier time saying what I haven't done, which is I have not eaten at the food court um,
Mm,
in the mall in our area. We have, or it's not in our area, but at the Ala Moana Mall, which is like the main like touristy mall. It's huge, but it has like sometimes specialty shops that we need to go to. And we will get our food and we'll take it to go. But there's a lot, like I got a little bit of anxiety um, when we went there, and so many people are like, the way that it works, the food court works, is like the seating and eating area is in the middle, and then like all the food is on the outside. And so in the middle is just like this group of tons of people eating, without their masks on. And I know a lot of people are like, vaccinated or whatever, but still I just like get anxiety about it. So we will order food and then we'll, with our masks on, and we get the heck out of the food mall. um, and then what else haven't I done? I don't know if they're allowing people to try on clothes, but I haven't tried on any clothes. I'll just buy it and then, well, I haven't bought much. I bought like 2 things, but I know that that was like a thing in my head, was like, I can't try it on, so I don't know if I can buy this. So that's another thing. But places like, I mean, we're here on the island, so the beach, we go all the time and we just stay, everyone's really respectful. They just are 6 feet apart, socially distanced. You are outside, you are in the water. Um, so I can't really think of anything, but maybe if you share, it might jog my memory. But those are the 2 big ones that I can think of.
I think that's a good one to talk about because, like, food courts or food buffets, and I think on a on a larger scale, because my daughter, she lives in Vegas, and they're very known for food buffets. But I think right now, me as well, I wouldn't want to go to um, a buffet because I don't know. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready to go. Have I went to a restaurant recently? I can't even remember if I. Okay, well, I don't remember if I have or not. Um, but for me, what have I done since the world opened back up? Um, see, have I went to a restaurant? Yes, I have went to a restaurant, but it was pre the June 16th. I don't think I've been to a restaurant in Los. Oh yeah, I did. So if you don't know, I'm a Gemini, and I'm a special type of Gemini because I'm a twin and my sign is a twin, so I'm that special Gemini. But my birthday was recently, and I contract with an organization called Paku Cultural Community Services, and recently they had a pop-up vaccine shot shot clinic. And that was on Thursday. So I was at the park and surrounded by individuals who are all vaccinated and were giving out vaccinations. But they surprised me and they took me to dinner. Um, so we went to a restaurant in San Fernando Valley, that's in the United States in California. Um, and it was a Mexican restaurant, but we ate outside and it was very distance. Um, and then at the end of the dinner, I did take off my mask to eat, but at the end of the dinner, for whatever reason, maybe it was food coma, I kept yawning. So after we were eating, after we were done eating, people still had their mask not on because they were like drinking the water or, whatever. But I kept yawning. So I just put my mask on. And then when I put my mask on, I noticed that other people put their mask on. And I just mentioned to them, I said, I put my mask on because I keep yawning. So instead of putting my hand over my mouth, like to, be respectful and not like open my mouth all over the place, I just put my mask on. And they're like, oh, that makes sense because, it does. So I have went to a restaurant. That long story. Yes, I have went to a restaurant. It was okay. It was good. It was outside. And I think I prefer sitting outside than sitting inside. Um, and what else have I done? And I've been going to um, the pool, which I don't really see or am surrounded by anybody. There's In the last 2 times that I've went to the pool to do lap swimming, there's only been like 3 people there in this humongous pool. The thing also that I've done is I've went shopping, grocery shopping. Um, but here in my area, everybody's still wearing masks, which I love to see. That they're wearing masks and they in Las Vegas it's a little bit different. They've been open since June 1st, and I think it's just like balls to the wall out there, because it's a party city. Um, but it is what it is. So that's it. The end. Let's see what the chat has to say. So Melinda Hale says the same as Jen. Went to movies late at night because it was a little bit of people anxiety for me, but I was tired, so just kind of relaxed. Was okay. Also going to gatherings other than family. Little nervous, but I need to see friends and family. Oh yeah. So that's the other thing that I did was I've been home for like a week, and last week it's graduation season. So I went to two graduation events. The first one was at a home of a friend, and they were having, it was just very simple, but like I'd say there was like 10 people there, and they were swimming in the pool. And um, for that, I wore my mask. And it was so funny because I wore my mask and I was the only person wearing a mask, and nobody said anything. So we're sitting by the pool, and I had my mask on, and then one of the people came up and he's like, Avril, why are you wearing a mask? And then his partner was all like, David, you don't have to ask people that. And he was like, well, I want to know. We're all vaccinated. And I was like, I'm wearing a mask because I am constantly around my in-laws who are 75 and 81. And I don't know what I'm walking into. So I'm trying to keep myself safe, my family safe. But if everybody's vaccinated, then, I'm good. So it was just funny because I haven't, maybe because I haven't been out in the world, I haven't gotten any slack from people about wearing a mask. And I know that's common for people to be, I don't know if ridiculed's the right word, for wearing masks or protecting themselves, or, from different people that don't want to wear masks. Um, I don't know. So that was the first thing for me. And then I did go to a drive-through graduation, and I did get to see Melinda. So that was great. That was awesome.
Yay! That is good. I mean, how long had it been since you had seen each other in person?
I think like before pandemic, BP,
Pre-panny.
pre-panny. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys, for answering questions. I know that also in Las Vegas, they were saying that you can um, rent a, I don't know if they still have it, but that you can rent a theater for like $100 and invite friends
Mm-hmm. I
and
heard that
stuff.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't checked into that, but I heard about that too out here. So I gotta check into that.
Mm.
So I had a question, and I wanted to know, where are there things that you are absolutely like you're not going to do? Things that you used to do, but you're not going to do anymore. You mentioned buffet that you're not sure about that yet. Anything else that you could think of?
Um,
I'm a little skittish about trying on clothes, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I know that the place that I went to is either Ross or Marshall's because I'm not really a department store person. um, they told me that the dressing rooms were closed because that's where they put their clothes in quarantine. So when
Mm,
items are um, returned, they put them in that area so they can be quarantined for a while before they come back out on the floor. But now those dressing rooms are open, so I'm like, what's this? So then what happens? Do they just come back and they go straight back out onto the floor? These are, I don't know. So I'm just staying away from that. Not that I'm out there buying a lot of clothes, but like when I did need clothes or wanted clothes, that was like a concern.
mm. Yeah, I had went to Burlington Coat Factory when I was in Las Vegas, and their dressing rooms were closed too. I needed a phone charger, so I went there and didn't try on anything. I did grab um a something from the dressing room, and I mean something from the rack, and took it home, and tried it on, and I didn't like the way that it fit, but I ended up keeping it anyways. So maybe that's a trick. But why don't you talk and I'll be right back.
Sure. Okay. Um, since the pandemic, I've started ordering. I mean, I'd always ordered clothes online, but like that was how I was getting clothing. And being that we had only been here, um, I got here in December of 2019, so I didn't necessarily have the correct wardrobe for Hawaii. I mean, for an extended, like now I live here, so I had to order a lot of things on online, and that was really my first time having like an experience with like your wardrobe for like a year being online. And that was interesting for me. But the reason why I bring it up is because I bought a Bethany Yellowtail skirt that was on sale and I was so excited about it. And it was when I got it, because it was limited sizes. When I got it, I had to actually take it to a tailor. I had to choose, like, okay, am I going to return it, but I don't get anything in return because they don't have the size because it's limited, or am I going to keep it and get it tailored, which is what I chose to do. And I was so glad that I did that because, first of all, I discovered the tailor in my in my neighborhood, and she's really good. She's very popular. She's so friendly. And then, and I can bring any alteration. She's very reasonable. Actually, I mean, I'm assuming she's very reasonable, but I don't have that much experience with alterations and tailors, so I can't say. But I mean, it was reasonable to me. And then now I have the skirt, and it's like, tailored to my body. It sounds funny to say, but anyways, yeah. So that's something that I wanted to share about clothing, is like now I've been introduced to the world of alterations.
And is it because um, things that you buy are too big and you've lost weight?
Something, yeah, that thing in particular was bigger than I anticipated. I got the size that I normally always get. And so when I got it, I mean, because sizes are different on all brands of clothing. So it could possibly be that there's runs, bigger, but it was too big. So I needed to take it take it
Nice.
down. Yeah,
Nice.
it did feel pretty
Awesome.
good.
Yay. Okay. Shall we move on to our next question?
Hmm.
Okay. So our next question is rebuilding life. What does that look like for you right now? Rebuilding life. What does that look like for you right now? I'll go first. So there's different ways that I can interpret this, such as I keep saying that I was in Vegas for 6 months, but that's because I was separate from like my normal living and I was in my daughter's home. So I'm sort of rebuilding my life, coming back to my home here in Tongva territory. Um, and one of the things that I want to do um, to rebuild my life here is I need to get rid of stuff. I like have a lot of things that I'm holding on to, and I want to just like get rid of it. Um, some things are like, let me think, clothes that I might not have worn in a long time, or just, you know what I also have is a lot of bags, like a lot of bags from different people. Like, tote bags that people give away in like in a raffle or in a I have a lot of them. And how many bags do you need?
Like Indian bags,
And then each Indian bag has like stuff in it, like
water
I,
bottle.
yeah, a water bottle or eyeglass. I don't know. I just need to get rid of things. Like if I haven't used it in the 6 months, like I that I was gone, then maybe I don't need it. Um,
I
so
totally agree with you. Yes, you don't need it. No, because I'm thinking about Glenn. Like he loves to hold on to things, like even boxes the items come in. And I'm like, okay,
Mm,
I give you 6 months. If you don't use this box, then it's going in the trash. And now I'm like, it should be 3. Because it's like for me, from my perspective, I'm like, we don't need it. I know that we don't need it. And then, you know, his fear is like, but what if I do? What if I need it?
mhm.
And I think I encourage the letting go of items.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. I feel cluttered too. Like I feel like I don't have space and I need to let go of stuff. I feel like I want to use it though. Like these exactly like lead, I want to use these things, but I haven't even used them. So like even just looking around, I'm like, that can go, that can go. I have a big bottle of Aleve right here, and maybe I gotta check the expiration date too. Because if expired, I think I'm gonna maybe run a campaign of medicines, like getting rid of medicines, old medicines. Or maybe I should look in my city and see if there is a something that has that, because I don't want to just toss it in the trash. Okay.
211 211.
Oh yeah.
Is that the right number?
Yeah.
Okay, because you are the biggest 211 advocate I know out there. So
Yeah. If you don't know what 211 is, thank you, Jen. See, you're in Hawaii and just know things. If you don't know, if you're in like LA County or here in Los Angeles area, if you dial 211 on your phone, it's a resource line. So basically, whatever it is that you need help with, food pantry, um, you know, doctors, Medi-Cal, Medicare, they have a lot of they have operators that answer the line and then they'll ask you what it is that you're looking for, daycares, and they can text you, they can email you a resource in your local area. So good looking out, Jen, with 211.
yeah,
Okay.
I always remember you and your 211.
So let's see. What was okay. I was gonna get rid of stuff and
Rebuilding.
oh yeah, rebuilding. Thank you, Jen. Okay, so rebuilding, coming back home. I want to get rid of stuff, and then also, um, dang, just get back into not into my old ways. I shouldn't say that because that can be dangerous. Um, but rebuilding a life like just rebuilding. If you've left something, if you've stepped away from some type of bad experience, how do you rebuild your life? Coming back into the world, you know, coming back into um, the world opening up. How do you rebuild? I know for me, like if I'm going places, like I said, I'm still gonna wear my mask. And I can't control anybody else's actions, and I'm not trying to control anybody else's actions. So, like I tell my mother-in-law, when I go out, yes, I'm gonna wear my mask, and it doesn't matter what other people think or say because I'm only worried about my own business. You know, like I don't need to worry about what other people are saying or thinking because that's not my business. I need to worry about me. So that's one thing how I'm going to rebuild is just making sure that I'm taking care of me and my family. The
That's
end.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. I too will continue to wear a mask. I haven't gotten any flack, I think, in the area that In the part of the island that I live, it's acceptable. Everyone pretty much wears a mask. In the grocery store, in the movie theater last night. I've always seen people wearing masks. For me, rebuilding is figuring out what parts of my life do I want to continue that I cultivated in the pandemic, which was I did a lot of cooking. I did a lot of walking and exercise. We would always walk our dog around 4 o'clock, around 4 or 5 o'clock. And we've continued that because she really won't let us not walk her. So we are really good with our exercise routine. But then there are parts like, my sleeping patterns were off a lot. Sometimes I would be up all night, like working on a project. And then I wouldn't get up, till like 10, 11, 12, sometimes 1 p.m. because I had been up all night. And I think, that's just a part of my personality, but I was really, really comfortable and relaxed doing that during the pandemic. And now I'm not so sure if I'm going to continue to do that as often, unless it's like crunch time. And rebuilding, I think, also means for me, just at this period in my life, I am coming out of not only the pandemic, but a lot of things that have happened personally with my family life. And it is a good time to rebuild because I feel like all of the chaos and all of the things that were really weighing heavily on me during the pandemic with family and then also with situations back home, those things are pretty much like settled. Like either they're settled and now we are in the steps of like rebuilding, or they are about to be settled. So I'm feeling pretty good as far as like I feel like I'm coming out, like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, or I'm like partially out into the light, out of the dark tunnel. And so just like appreciating that, and then like just being mindful of like what I'm going to keep going forward. And I think that I've also, this is something that I wanted to ask. Like, I think there are going to be people in my life that I was close to during the pandemic, that pre-pandemic, that I probably won't be as close to anymore. Maybe their ways that they think, like our morals and values, maybe they're not in alignment. And I'm okay to just like let those people go. Which means I will not be like actively reaching out to them. I will just kind of like, continue on my path. And if our paths cross, great, but I won't like actively be reaching out to those people. And I'm okay with that. Like, I think in the past I would be kind of like, no, I have to like, they're my friend. But I think in order to, as I've aged, friendships are something that are really, that are sacred to me. And if we can't be in alignment about things, then maybe we're not going to be super close friends, because those morals, those values, those mindsets and ways of thinking, if we're not like in the same arena, then I don't know, like, then what else is there? And I'm not like kicking anyone out or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm just not going to like, I'm not going to be the one like doing the hunting down type of thing. Does that
You
make
know
sense?
what? It totally makes sense. And I think that your life is like a book. Your life is like a box of chocolates. No, just kidding. But your life is like a book. You're in a new chapter. And as we grow older, you're in a new chapter. And if there are people that are toxic or things that don't align with you, then, I'm all about like who's in your circle. Like if you can count the five closest people on your hands, you're a reflection of that. And I don't want to be in alignment with somebody that is in alignment with me. And um there's great things that a person may do, or there's things that you might like about them, but um you might not like a lot of things about them. People have strengths and then people have non-strengths. I don't know what you would call that, but I hear what you're saying. It's your space is your space, and that is something that you should definitely keep sacred. You know, I being around toxic people and being around individuals that um, don't necessarily align takes a lot of energy. Um, and my energy, I like to keep positive. I like to keep, you know, um, I like to keep positive. I like to keep non-toxic. So if that's not in my circle, then if you're not on this hand, then you know,
Talk to
think
the other hand.
then thank you for the memories, and you know, I'm gonna keep it going. Catch me when you can. That's it.
No, I agree. And I'm sure that there are people out there that would, feel the same about me. Like, and I'm okay with that. Like, I've come to the part in my life where, like, I'm okay with that. Like, we had a great run, we had a great relationship, we had a great journey, whatever. But like now we're on to like the next part, and maybe that won't include you. And the people that are close to me, I feel like they know that they're close to me because we're in contact all the time. It's talking about those people that, I don't know. I think
Outgrown.
yeah, I think everyone understands what we're saying. So
Hmm.
um I don't want to keep like
Trying to
explaining.
define it. Yeah. I definitely hear you. And I think people might struggle with that too. It might be a struggle where they want to keep that person because of the memories, because of the love, because of whatever, and want to hold on for whatever reason. So I hear what you're saying. So let's move on to that next chapter. But thank you for bringing that up. That's a really great topic, because people might struggle with it. It might be like somebody's forever, or somebody's, role model, or somebody's family. And that might be hard for people. But prayers for a new chapter, because you make up your own life and you make up who you want. Um, yeah. I like what Melinda has to say. Negative Nancy. Yes, negative Nancy's fired. That's funny. Just gonna say a couple hello to a couple of people that checked in. Um, Darlene, I did highlight her. She's from Pennsylvania. Yay! I've never been to Pennsylvania,
Oh,
but it is hot and humid, she says. And then also just checking in to see Lupe, and thank you guys for being here today. Go ahead
yeah.
and read the comments if you like to see other things that they've mentioned. But Nor, thanks for being here. Um, yeah, great resources, everybody. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we've talked um, about going out into the world. We've talked about rebuilding life. The next thing that we want to talk about is how do you practice healing each day?
That's a good one. That's a real good one. I like that. Um, Let me ponder on that. I think Well, what I want to say is that I'm taking healing meaning more in a physical way. So during the pandemic, we had some health things happening that has made it that we literally practice healing every day. And I think one of the things that Glenn and I really have focused on is food. And we were given lists of good foods and not so good foods. And so that really encouraged also home cooking, like not going out as much. Um, of course, like when we have visitors and family in town and whatnot, like that all goes out the window because we're running around. But when it's just the two of us and we're doing our regular routine, um, we pretty much eat at home, and vegetables have become like a big deal in our menu um, for all meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Um, and I think just being really conscious of the food that we put in our bodies, and what we're cooking with, and how we're preparing things, if you're frying versus baking and things like that. That's something that I think before our health issue phase, we didn't really pay attention to. We just kind of like ate whatever. If we ate in or if we ate out, it didn't matter. Like we just like put mindlessly, we're consuming food, like no real thought about it. But now we really pay attention to it. And I've been in programs before where you had to like read labels and things like that, and that was like more for weight loss. But this was like for life. Like if you want to live, if you want to live, come with me type of a thing. And so that really made me conscious of the foods that I was giving Glenn. So that's one way of healing, is through the food that we eat. And then I'll pass it to you because I need to think like how else that fits into my life. But yeah, so that's one way for us.
That's a great way, actually. And it actually helps me to go into what I'm going to say, because I don't know if you know me, you know that um, I don't drink, I didn't used to drink a lot of water. I drink coffee and I drink um, rock stars and I drank Red Bull and I drink tea. I didn't
Arizona
drink
iced
water.
tea.
Arizona iced tea. Yep. Sugar free green tea. Um, but now what I'm practicing is, thanks to my daughter, dude, I'm drinking water. I drink like 4 of these a day. And the reason that I mention it is because you said about healthy eating. Well, I never used to drink water. I definitely keep this next to me. Even when I'm at home laying in bed, I keep it like next to me. So I'll just like drink it. But what I've noticed, to be honest with you, drinking water can be something that's just not water. So I like to put like cucumbers, I like to put lemon. We grow mint in the backyard, so I put mint in it. Um, the other health benefits, and I don't know if it's, I feel like it is, but because I have drink water, my face has totally cleared up. I used to have like this patchy spot on my face that I was definitely had a lot of I don't know what you would call it. Um Not embarrassment, but I like just had this patchy spot on my face that had like a lot of bumps, and it's clearing up. And I think it's because of the water, you know? But as we grow older, it's like this whole thing about growing older. And I don't know if in the comments you want to like tell me if you agree, but like as women growing older, there's different things that happen. Like we lose our hair, we start getting like brown spots on our face. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if this sunspots, I guess they would call it. Our hands start looking different. Um, there's just different things as you go older. Your body starts cracking and like every time you I don't know if it's just me, but if this is happening to you and you understand what I'm talking about, then let us know in the comments by putting water in the comments that you understand. Like what is that stuff? Icy hot is my new best friend. Like for my back and for my knees. I have really bad arthritis in both of my knees. So as I've grown older, like walking a lot, and it probably has to do with my weight too. You know, I don't have any cartilage between my knees. So what that means is like for a door or like you need something that helps it move. And my cartilage is no more in my knees, so they scrape against the bones are scraping against each other. So doing like water exercise for me is good because I don't have that weight on my knees. But as we get older, we definitely need to take care of ourselves. And also the other thing that I've been doing a lot is talking to my family about death, because to me it's gonna happen. And I don't want my family to be um I don't want my family to be worried about what's gonna happen when I die. Like fee wise, like back home, if I was back home, like, it would just we have a community um cemetery, and things are just done traditionally. But here in like urban areas or anywhere, it's expensive. It could be like $3,000 to $10,000, depending on the casket, the property, whatever. So I definitely am talking a lot more to my daughter. She knows what I want to have done. I want to be cremated. I know what type of thing that I want to be put in when I'm cremated. I know where I want to be. I have a spot where I want to be. So just also preparing for the end, like I have been able to get my daughter, her basic Indian package, which is a ribbon skirt, a shawl, a mocks, and then she can build onto that. Um, but I don't know. That's a whole lot of stuff in my breath. But I'm just preparing for death and drinking more water, and things change as we get older. I don't want a lot of toxicity in my life. I don't want gossip in my life. I don't want drama in my life. So yeah, that's how I keep healthy. The end. La la la.
La la. Yeah, I agree with you about preparing for death. With the passing of my father, it was very, he had everything in a nice, neat package. So my stepmother didn't have to really, all she had to do was make a phone call, and then like everything was taken care of. Everything has been prepaid. I mean, it was very different than I've seen in other situations. And my grandparents did the same thing. So I remember when my grandparents, when they had the man come to our house, it's from this place, it was called the Neptune Society. He came and he basically, they had me sit in while they picked out what package they wanted, and, what they wanted done with their bodies, things like that, that it was very uncomfortable for me to be sitting there thinking that, facing the reality that one day they were going to pass.
Mhm.
But in the long run, when it was time and my grandmother did pass, um, it was also very, very easy for the rest of the family. There was no decisions that needed to be made. It was you call, they come, and they get the body, and then you pick up. My family is more of a cremation family, so you come and pick up the ashes, and the same for my father. And I will probably do the same as well,
Mm.
unless I can be replanted as a tree. I don't know if you've ever seen that on social media where they show like the body is at the bottom and then like a tree is up above. Like I would absolutely love that, but that's not legal. So or not legal yet, but if by the time I go, if it is, I would like to do that. But if not, I will. I'm also looking into like finding my own prepaid package. So whoever survives, whoever is left behind, that they would just need to make one phone call and it's all taken care of. You don't have to worry. And then knowing me, I will already have an event agenda for my memorial service. Play this song, show this picture, have this person speak.
That's
it'll
awesome.
be it'll be my final event.
And a video too that you've produced.
uh, I'll have to do a video, and it will be like, "Hello, if you're watching this, I am dead."
I think it's funny that we laugh at it, but that's good. Being prepared is good. And like it happens over time actually. So like I have a funeral guy. His name is Mark, and he works for Rose Hills. And I'll put his number up if anybody's interested. So basically, I paid like $25 a month. I've been paying $25 a month for the past like 10 years to pay off the plot that I have. So just being prepared. I mean, like, I know how hard it is when people pass and then individuals are doing like car washes or asking for friends and family. And I don't want that to happen for my daughter or, like for my family to have to worry about. So just being able to call Mark, and, and the other good thing is like, so my daughter and my son-in-law, they're prepared as well. So if they were to pass, um, they live in Las Vegas, and our initial plots are here in at Rose Hills in Whittier, California. But if they didn't want to come to Whittier, Forest Lawn, I don't know if it's Forest Lawn, but Rose Hills has property in Las Vegas. So they would be able to be buried in Las Vegas if they wanted to, instead of being brought all the way back. Anyways, I will give you Mark's number if anybody's interested, and that's it. The end. La la la.
La la.
La la la.
Yeah, I don't know how we went to like healing and like drinking water to planning our funerals, but that's what
But
we
being prepared. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, be prepared. That is true. Yeah. Um okay, do we have any other questions, April? I just remember those two.
We actually answered 3 already, and those were the
Oh,
3 that we had.
okay. Very good. Very good. I wanted to just give a quick I guess review or update. If you're able to bring up that picture that I emailed you, and I'll talk a little bit for a second.
Yeah.
I wanted to share about my journey with my short film because we had the premiere this past week and it was great. It was really wonderful. For those of you that don't know, I participated in a screenwriting class in last fall. And then that was through Hawaii Filmmakers Collective. And then from there, I went to participate in Creative Lab Hawaii, their Indigenous Storytellers Ideation Weekend, which is where you get coaching and mentoring to bring your stories to life and to like what is the next step for you with your project. So I wrote this feature script and I went through the coaching where I got incredible tips on what to do next, which was create some type of a proof of concept, meaning a short video that shows like what, not only like what the story is about, but like what I'm capable of. And so I put it out to the universe that I would, and I did. And so I won a pitch contest, which meant that I won funding from Hawaii Filmmakers Collective, and I made a short film. And so we premiered it online this past Tuesday, through the Hawaii Filmmakers Collective, and they had to actually upgrade their service because so many people registered. So honestly, I didn't think we would get more than 100 people. Like I was like even shooting at 50. I thought like 50 or 75 was like going to be good. And I wasn't really sharing it beyond just like the, my friends. And like, I think I made an announcement like on TikTok and Instagram and here. But beyond that, I didn't really do much because the HFC is like, this is for you, Jennifer. This is your premiere. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know that many people. So I'll just,
What?
I emailed you guys. Like I emailed like my close contact, I'm like, okay, this is a premiere. And I emailed my family. And that was like, I knew that you guys would register, like my close friends that you guys would register. And that's really all that mattered to me. What I didn't think about was the rest of the whole rest of the project, the rest of the team. And so, they went to town, and Jennifer Tucker, who, if you look at that poster again, she's the one in like kind of like the green section. She is a former bodybuilder, and she's like, incredible dancer, and she makes beautiful, like the most beautiful earrings. And so she put it out there. Yeah, she's the one in the green right there. She's Menominee, and then her daughter, Jalissa, she's on the bottom with the gun. So they put it out there. They started sharing it like on all these different Native Facebook groups, and it, generated a lot of publicity. And then Lene at the very top, she plays Grandma Julia. She also shared it. So they really spread the word, and before you know it, we had 470 people signed up, and the HFC was like, okay, this is out of hand. Like, what are we gonna do? So I don't know actually how many people tuned in, but I know at one point it was like 12 pages of people, when you like have to keep going. So the point is that we had that happen this past week. We had incredible debut, and I'm really excited about that. And next week on Wednesday, I'm going to be a part of a panel for the Indigenous Film Summit, which is a big deal up in Canada, and it's free. You can totally like register for free. That's like the most important part, is that that if you want to attend any of these panels, it's free. You don't have to pay for the online digital summit. And so that's basically it. And that's what I wanted to invite people to, so that they, if they want to hear. So this is I'm a part of the Indigenous Horror Storytellers, and Rod Pokawatchit, he's the one who actually did the poster, the one that you put up earlier. He is an incredible filmmaker. He's someone who I really admire. I follow his work. I've seen his videos on Amazon and at film festivals, although we've never really met in person. But I am a part of a Facebook Messenger group with other Indigenous filmmakers, really Indigenous filmmakers in horror. And I invited all of them in this chat group that we have to the premiere, and they watched it. And Mike J. Marin, who's on the bottom here, he let me know. I was like, I kind of like wrote in the chat, I was like, well, this is not a horror film, but it is a drama, and it's, it's indigenous, it's topical, has to do with MMIW. So if you guys want to check it out. And he wrote back, he was like, the more you think about it, it is a horror film because it's the horror of what happened to our people since the colonizers came. Now we have this epidemic of MMIW. And I was like, oh, wow, he's right. Like, I never thought of it like that. So he's also going to be on the panel. I have not yet met Legend, but I'm excited to actually have a conversation with her. I follow her on Twitter. And then myself and the moderator, I'm not familiar with Callie Simmons, but I will be sure to Google her before we start. So that's next week.
Uh-oh. The Hollywood is calling you. Or Canada is calling you.
And the thing is that they had a sound check today. And so not only was I like running around trying to get ready, but they're like, you have to log on between my time, 9 and 11 a.m. And so I logged on like at 10:45. I was like, hi, everybody. Okay, I got to go. I have another Zoom going on in like 10 minutes. So I got a chance to like say hello really quick to some of the panelists and then jump off, and here I am.
Nice. Well, thank you for showing us what you're doing, and hopefully maybe you can put in the chat the link.
Okay, I'll look for it right now. To register.
Yeah, I do want to shout out a couple of people that joined us. We also are streaming on 3 platforms, so you can watch us on different platforms, which are Facebook Live here. And then we also are streaming on YouTube. Who watches YouTube? I love YouTube. I'm always watching YouTube. But you can watch on AC and Associates YouTube. And then also we're streaming on Twitch. So you can watch on Avra Cordova on Twitch. I don't know if you guys know about Twitch, but it's a great platform. It's a live streaming platform that you can watch DJs and gaming and different individuals. So thank you to DVA Mechanics for checking in on Twitch. We appreciate you. Yeah, so that's it.
I still haven't gotten into the Twitch game, so I'll need to figure that out. Oh, when are you going back to Las Vegas? What date? The 1st?
The 1st.
Oh, wah, wah.
I know you're gonna be.
We're gonna miss each other. I'm gonna be in LA on the 2nd. Really the 3rd, because we get in very, very late on the 2nd. But
and you're only staying until the 7th, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I've been under strict orders, no time for social gatherings, just work.
Yeah.
So I have to advocate, and I'll start lobbying for taking the 4th off. Like, who's going to do work on the 4th? I mean, we are, obviously, but like...
That's funny that you say that, because today I was asked, are you working on Sunday, which is Father's Day? And I was like, I don't plan to go out, but I'm always working. Like, work is always in my brain. I was having a conversation yesterday with one of my other girlfriends, Lollies, and she was asking me, we were talking about work, and I was like, the weekend doesn't even matter to me because I'm always thinking about work. Like, I'm not doing enough work. I need to do more work. Like, what am I doing that isn't like, I need to stop taking time on swimming and just think about work. But then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to think like that, because taking time for swimming is actually taking time for me, you know? So So yeah,
That
everybody's working all the time. That doesn't
and
have a 9 to 5.
and that's part of healing too, is taking care of that swimming, that time for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just want to say that in the chat, I put up Vanessa Ruiz. She said hello, and I said hello back, but it's coming up as AC and Associates. But I just want her to know that I'm recognizing her and I'm saying aloha. um, but going back to what you were saying, April, yeah, that's important. I always have I tend to come up with my best ideas when I am not thinking about, like, when I'm just kind of like spacing out, or I'm just like mindlessly watching TV, or last night at the movie theater I came up with some really great ideas. um and it's like, or when I'm running, or I don't want to say that I'm running, because I'm not really running. I'm more of like trotting along. I'm not like quite in the running stage yet. If ever, I don't know if I'll go back to like running, but I am going faster than a walk, but not quite a actual run. But ideas come in during that time. Also, like in the shower, I get a lot of really great ideas. But I think it's important to take those times for ourselves, and try and like consciously take a break from work.
Mm.
And I have a feeling for both of us, when we do that, that's when even like more stuff like swoops in and comes to our mind.
Yeah, it's funny though too, because like I usually get my good ideas from 1 o'clock in the morning to like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I always have these crazy, crazy ideas. But the thing that I like about my crazy ideas is that there are people around me that support my crazy ideas. And like I'm like, I had this idea to do this, and that evolved to this, like being on StreamYard and being able to live stream. It's crazy. And just thinking like things for work, like community, like what do you want to see? What do you want to hear? Like those are some other ideas that I'd like to, definitely try to bring to community. During pandemic, pre-panny, we were all missing powwows, and there's been a lot of great things um, online that we can watch. But yeah, I get my crazy ideas like at those crazy times too. So thank you to the individuals such as yourself, Jen, that always support me with my craziness.
And thank you right back at you when I have my ideas, and you're my sounding board. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that we're both night people.
Hmm. And I've come to reality that my schedule isn't the normal schedule, and I'm okay with that.
Mhm,
Like I'm
mhm.
up until like 4 o'clock in the morning, but I'm doing work, I'm watching YouTube, I'm just vegging, watching TV, but that's okay for me. I don't have um individuals that I need to wake up for here in LA at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So if I sleep until 11, or if I sleep until 1, I sleep until 1. But I just want to say it verbally that I am okay with my schedule because it's my schedule. And
Mhm.
what is a normal schedule nowadays, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday? That's not me. That's never been me. Like I'm definitely not a morning person right now. I was 6 months ago. I mean, then the last 6 months.
Right. And I was a morning person when my family was in town, because my grandson, he gets up early, and he's like, although he's very much like me in that when he wakes up, he's not always like in the best of spirits. But as soon as he does wake up, then he's like, alive and great. But like that first, like, you know, if Glenn has to wake me up, I'm like, get away. Don't bother me. But then once I come, once I wake up, I'm here, I'm present. So yeah, for the past week or so. And then also I had another friend who came to visit, Naomi. So when she was in town, it was the same thing. We didn't sleep in because we wanted to go places. We wanted to go do things. And we ran all over the island, visiting tourist sites. So that's been like, it's been like 3 weeks. That's a long time for me, of like getting up early and like starting my day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's another chapter in, in our lives of what we're doing differently. Going back to healing, real quick, I do think one of the things that I'm doing for myself of healing is being okay that I can go places by myself.
Oh yeah, that's huge for you. Oh my gosh, yeah, congratulations on that.
Thank you. I don't know if you all know, but I'm a twin. So I've had somebody since the day that I was born, by my side. It went from my sister, my twin sister, Songtree, to my daughter always being by my side. So I have issues. I don't know if they're issues. I have, yeah, they're issues. Like I don't like to go places by myself. Like I would never go to a movie. No, I have never been to a movie theater by myself. I am open to going to one, not in anytime soon because of pandemic, but I have been doing things by myself. I like am going to the pool by myself. I'm really really wanting to improve myself. So in order for me to do that, I need to um better myself, and that doesn't include anybody else. So yeah, nobody else can make me better except for me. Yeah, so
True. It's up to you.
yeah. So I want to hear from the audience, like what are you guys doing in your life to help you be better? Vanessa says healing is wait, let me just healing is giving yourself quality time to heal. Work will always be there, but your happiness is important in life. Live life and love life. Ooh, love
Mhm.
it. Love it. Okay, so thank you guys. We're going to be on for a little bit more. And we'd like to invite you all to come online and join us if you want to share what's healing for you, or if you have some resources in the community that you'd like to share with individuals. Before people pop on, though, I want to share a couple of things that's going on with me. And yeah, hold on, let me just get it. So, if you don't know, now you know. I'm gonna sing that after.
Mhm.
Um, Okay, so AC and Associates, that's me, April Cordova. I do a lot of different type of work for my business. So I do a lot of different type of contracting work. I am proud to say that I help co-host a event called Paku Wellness Hour. And our event is June 23rd. If you see down here in this link, so I want to invite you all to join us on June 23rd, which is next Wednesday from 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it's until 1. Please join us, invite friends, family, like it, share. Register for our 23rd event at bit.ly Paku Wellness June 23rd. We're actually going to be celebrating Pride Month. We're also going to be celebrating graduation. So it's our big graduation event, and we've had individuals send in videos and send in photos from Indian country of their graduation Families have sent in photos of their loved ones. So thank you all for doing that. So we're going to be recognizing graduation people. We also have special guests like Linda Estrella come on from Walking Shield and Lupe Lopez from UAII Workforce Development. They'll be talking about resources that are available to you in Los Angeles County. So that's one thing that it's free. Also, the other thing that we do is we do the Wheel of Wonder. So what that looks like is if you register for the event, we have gift cards, $25 gift cards to Amazon and Target that we're going to be giving away throughout the show. So that is one thing that I'm doing. Um, the other things that I'm doing are what are the things? Oh, well, I do contract with Paku. So if you are a student who has just graduated or are a student in general, Paku Cultural Community Services has a scholarship. So please apply for a Paku scholarship. The scholarship opens July 1st, and you can find their information on their website at paku.org. So go ahead and go out and check out their website. You can also register from their website for our Paku Wellness Hour. So there is that's going on. One more thing that I have going on is if you, again, I'm going to do this because I don't know where it's at. I think it's right here, but we'll see what happens. So um, I am always about assisting friends and family and community in their goals and their dreams. And Tachint is a youth group that I've done several workshops for. And they actually, I had a workshop about dream boards. So if you don't know what a dream board is, it's basically you get a piece of paper and you put your dreams that you want to accomplish. And if you see it every day, it's in your mind. So I was showing the kids how to make a dream board. And one of the kids, 14-year-old kid, was like, I'm going to put on my dream board that I want to teach an art class. I was like, oh my gosh, you want to teach an art class? Are you for reals about that? And he was like, yeah, I want to teach an art class. He's art is something to me that helps me heal. And I was like, I'm going to help you. I know some people who can, give us some money. So shout out to SEIU. They actually provided us some funds to send out free materials for this art series. So shout out to AICC, which is the American Indian Community Council. They have a youth group as well called United Native Youth of Los Angeles. This picture right here shows them their logo. Um, and we had our first arts series or our art workshop on Monday, June 14th. It was beginner shading. And shout out to Lupe Lopez, who also checked in with us on that day. So our next event is going to be July 12th, which is Learning the Art of Color. If you register at bit.ly Art and Wellness 2021, all capitalized, we will be sending out um, the supplies that you need, like color pencils and paper. So please check it out, support, and learn from a 14-year-old who loves art and feels like art is wellness for him. Check us out. Hope you can join us. So those are a couple of things that I'm working on, Jen.
That's awesome. And I love how you were able to jump in and help make someone's vision come to life. That's so cool. Like you really made an impact.
I do that because people have done it for me. People believe in my crazy ideas. I'm all about community, all about support. I am a Pueblo woman who um, always leaves down that ladder for others so that I can help them, that I can support them and help them up the ladder just as somebody else has helped me up a ladder
That's beautiful.
recently, basically.
I love that.
Thank you. Okay, so again, I'm gonna put in the chats the link. If you want to join us, just click on that link, and we would love to hear from you. What's going on with you? Um, some things that are happening in different areas for you. If you want to just chit chat with us, click on that link and join us. Jen, do you have other things that you want to share?
I think that that's it for right now. I'm just really looking forward to the summer. We still have more people that are coming to visit us here, and I'm hoping that you will soon be coming to visit, maybe towards the end of the year or maybe next year. I know that we had something planned out and we weren't able to do it because of the pandemic, but I think being able to see you and other people like on Zoom has really helped to, like, I have to remind myself, like, I have not physically seen you since the like before the pandemic, because I moved in December. You're the last person that I saw in California because you dropped me off at the airport. That was December 13th, 2019, a day I'll never forget. I'm sorry, it was the 14th actually. Um, so yeah, like I'm really glad that we've been able to, you know, stay in contact, and it's 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 been hard. It's been difficult, but at the same time, um we need support, and thank you for being a part of my support system. I appreciate you.
Aw, you're welcome. Thank you for always being my soundboard. 3 o'clock in the morning, which would be 12 o'clock there, I can call you and you're down to talk. So we also want to say that we're proud of you. That and whatever it is, if somebody hasn't told you that we're proud of you, then I'm going to say it. I'm proud of you. If you're making small steps to a goal, I'm proud of you. Thank you for watching today. Pride can be different ways. Being pride for Pride Month, um, having pride in your ancestral heritage, having pride in graduation, having pride in, honestly, I say I'm going to, swim, but on the second day I was sitting up on my bed and I was like, "Ugh, do I want to go? I should just stay home." And my sister called and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I barely waking up. I have to go swimming and I don't want to." And she's like, "You better get out of that bed." So, having pride that somebody will encourage me. And then after I did it, you know, um, being proud that I did it. So in the comments, what we want you to do is, excuse me, put hashtag pride, and we're going to draw a winner. So you will be able to um, win a $5 cash prize so that you can go out and enjoy a cup of coffee or a cup of tea somewhere. So again, at this time, you're going to go ahead and put hashtag pride in the comments, and we're going to go ahead and not spin a wheel, but choose a winner for watching. We truly appreciate you all for hanging out with us, for listening to us. Again, the link is in there if you want to
Participate on Wednesday.
participate right now. The link,
Oh, right now.
yeah. So if you want to join us to give out some information or just say how you're feeling, go ahead and do that. We will we will call a winner at 2:45. So you have about 2 minutes. Let me drink some water.
Which is 11:45 my time. So my day here is just getting started. This is the big event for today. I had that other check-in that I already did, the sound, what is it called? Sound check, for that panel, and then this. And then after this, oh, we do have one thing that we have to do today, which is we ordered a calamaset tree from the nursery. And that's the tree that we had in our backyard in Artesia with the little
Oranges?
oranges. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Glenn ordered one from there and they called us. So we're going to go pick that up. I don't know where he's going to put it or what his plan is, but he's so excited about that tree. So we're going to go get that. That's it. Then we're probably just going to go to the beach.
Maybe on the deck in a pot for right now, and then planning it out by your laundry room.
Yeah, I'll share with you pictures later because I decorated the deck because we had family coming in town. So it looks pretty good. I was like, wow, it's kind of fancy. Oh, you know what? I just wanted to share this. This is completely separate from what we were talking about, but Glenn's daughter, Clamel, she was here with her mother, Imelda, and her husband, Tommy, and of course my grandson, Tristan. But while she was here, she showered me with so many gifts, and I'm just so like thankful and grateful for that. And the gifts were mostly in the form of like designer purses. And I am like, so like, I love designer purses, but I personally, I'm not going to buy them because I don't have that kind of money. But she really, her and her mom on the last day gave me like this huge Coach tote, like a weekend bag. And I just wanted to say thank you to them because that's really like, I don't know, it just really touched me that they thought of me, first of all, and second of all, they gave me such generous gifts. So I'm pretty sure they're not watching, but I just wanted to say thank you to them.
Thank you for doing that. I am so thankful that people are writing hashtag pride, but one of the things that I need for you to do is put the hashtag. So don't spell it out. I'm going to give you some more time because Vanessa, I do want you to be a part of it, and you put hashtag pride, but you got to put the pound sign. So we'll give you a couple more minutes to do that so that you can make sure that we get you into the raffle. So we'll close it at 2:50. Then we can, and go from there. So thank you, Guy, for those gifts.
How are you celebrating Pride this month?
I've been celebrating Pride all month, and one of the things that I've done is educate myself on Pride, on Two-Spirit, on the different types of I don't want to call them like transgender, all those, the different, I'm sorry?
Orientations, like sexual orientation?
Yeah. So I'm educating myself on it because what I've learned and what I learned from some great individuals is everybody doesn't identify as Two-Spirit. And I don't want to put that on anybody if that's not how they identify. So one of the things is asking how they feel comfortable in being identified, if I'm comfortable with that individual. So that's one way. I know my sister Songtree, she actually is having a pride table at an event. So she got in contact with Elton Naswood. Whoop whoop! Shout out to Elton. And had a really good conversation with him. And if you all don't know Elton Naswood, look him up. He's amazing. He's a great individual with some great information. If you guys if you guys contact him, I'm sure he'll let him know Avril sent you. Let him know Avril and Jen sent you.
He's Indian famous.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I just heard somebody called me Indigibatty. And I'm all, what's that? And they're all like, Indigifamous, like you're Indian famous. I'm like, I am not Indian famous. And then they're all like, well, you're Indigibatty. You're a baddie, a baddie and Indigibatty. You're indigenous and you're baddie. You're a badass. I was like, oh yeah, I like that. I haven't heard those. Have you heard those?
I've heard of Indigifamous or Indian famous. Indigibati, I only know because I follow someone with that name on Twitter.
Hmm.
That's his Twitter handle, Indigibati. But I haven't heard that and I like it. So congratulations, you're Indigibati. And baddie like badass, not baddie like or like I don't know. Baddie, like if a person's baddie, like they're not completely all there, I guess. But you are a badass, April. So
Aw, thank you. You are too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start I'm gonna give you Vanessa. Don't put anything else. Don't put a exclamation mark. Just put the hashtag and pride, just as it is on the screen.
so they're
Okay,
gonna get $5.
$5 so you can go and I'll Zell it to you. So also what I need for you to do is when you win, send me an email, which is avrilcordova@gmail. Send me if you have like Zelle, you could send me your telephone number. If you have PayPal, I can send it to you in PayPal. If you have, there's one more, not Zelle, Venmo, if you had Venmo. So I don't
Cash
have
App?
Cash App. Mm-mm.
Okay, then never mind.
So Zelle, PayPal, or what's the last one that I said? Zelle, PayPal, or Venmo. Those three way is what you're gonna be able um, to
Communicate with you.
to win. Okay, so thank you all. Everybody has their own
Opinion.
their opinions about something. So this is a place of very much positivity, and whether you want to wear a mask or not, I am very much about if you're going to talk something about somebody that I love or somebody um, that I appreciate, then you're not going to talk bad while you're in the room with me. So thank you, Base, for Basel for being here, but your words are your words, and we celebrate pride here. We celebrate love here. So I'm just gonna put that there. If
Yeah,
you haven't
love,
already,
love is love is love. And I think it's a perfect opportunity for us to just demonstrate, when someone comes with this type of attitude, usually they're wanting to get a particular reaction. And like you know, we're not about that. We were having a great time before and we'll continue to keep rolling on and having a great time.
hmm so we're gonna go ahead and call out our winner, and we'll do that now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching us. And here we go. The winner, the winner. Oh, wait. Can you see it? You probably can't see it, huh?
Is it like a window? Let me get off the camera.
No, you could stay on. Let me just hold on. Just a moment, please. We're gonna go ahead and
Up for grabs right now, $5 cash from Avril. The winner. I wish we had like a drum roll or like sound effects. I would do
boo
that.
boo boo. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, that's all I got too. I don't have much.
Okay.
Lupe Lopez.
Lupe Lopez, you're the winner of a $5 cash
Cash
prize.
prize.
We're going to do one more.
Look at you.
So thank you guys for being here and supporting. We love everybody. So if you've put hashtag pride in the comments, then you are about to see who wins. Let's go again. Boop boop. Doom 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 doom. Winner! Boo boo boo! Boo boo
Yay!
boo! Melinda Hale, you
Giving it
are
away.
the winner. So you will be sent some information from me, and we will go ahead and get that to you. Yeah. So in closing, make sure that you send me an email, please, with your information so that I can go ahead and send it out to you. Jen, do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Not really. I think we shared a lot today. I'm really happy. This is the first time we've ever done like a cash prize, and I think maybe next month I'll contribute. I'll be the cash prize person, and this can be something that we can do because it's kind of cool. I like seeing all the the faces go by. That was really neat. I'm used to the wheel,
Yeah.
so this was different for me, and I like it. Um, my summit is on Wednesday. It's in the chat. So if people want to register, there's a lot of other great Indigenous filmmakers that will be featured. And there are people from Los Angeles that are also a part of it, even though it's in Canada. Everything's virtual. So that's one thing that's really awesome. Like Mike, for sure, he lives in LA. So he is being featured as well. So, yeah, that's it for me. I'm really happy we did another one, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yay. We are going to do it again next month in July. So check us out. Wait for a flyer. We will be sending it out to you. And again, this is being done with 3 sisters, Unchis and Aunties. Well, 2 sisters, 2 aunties, 2 Unchis. But it's Jennifer and myself and Justine Medina. So thank you guys for checking in. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow Asian Associates on YouTube, Avro Cordova on Twitch. Thank you guys all for watching. We truly appreciate you, and we'll see you again next month. All right. We'll see you guys.